Yes, and we are talking about the gender pay gap, the disparity in the pay. Shocking news from Kenya, I was reading that women are paid much less than men and from big corporations. And this is shocking because as a business person, I just thought you get the best person for the job. And the business person in me tells me the best person may be a woman or maybe a man. So why would you pay women less than you'd pay a man? Some people think this may be a cultural problem in Kenya, thinking that, oh, the men are looking after the women, so the women need to earn much less. But I shall remind them there are so many more single homes where women are actually looking after the children. And the more you educate the woman, you pay her better, she looks after the family. I thought I should actually bring in reinforcement. This is Reka. Reka is actually my daughter. Yeah, from another mother. She's my daughter. She went to school in Kenya, Moi University.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let her introduce herself, but she's worked with very many corporates. She was telling me earlier she worked in a job where she was not being promoted. Her immediate boss was actually a man, and he felt women need not be promoted. And well, she's still standing. Many years later, in finance and telecommunications, she will introduce herself. She's still standing. That guy was fired because his department was not producing. Reka, introduce yourself first, and then we talk about this gender gap.
Yes. So I have been working to the big corporates, multinational companies that have offices all over the world, and also COVID happened, and COVID has changed the world. It's changed corporates and how corporates look at human resource, because what happened, they discovered that human resource is the most valuable resource they have at the moment. You can only succeed if you have good people and if you can retain talented, clever, dynamic people. So, and because of COVID, also the world opened up. You can hire people anywhere. It doesn't matter whether they sit in Nairobi or they sit in Kitale. You can have the best people because they can work for you from home. You only need internet and you need a laptop.
Okay. Earlier on you were telling me payment is subjective.
Yes.
Do you think it's the women who are not negotiating better, and in what classes in your time of employment do you think this gender pay gap is more existing?
So I think pay is a price tag, and it depends on what price tag do you attach to yourself and do other professionals in the same profession attach to themselves. Because if you value yourself high and everybody values themselves high, employers will need to pay that amount.
So what should women do women of Kenya, what should they do to get paid more?
Definitely they need to communicate, they need to cooperate.
So women
together.
need to have more associations where they're comparing
Yes.
notes?
Yes, exactly. They need to know what is the general pay for a certain profession and what is the value that they provide. Because if you can generate value to an organization, they want to retain you and they are willing to pay you more because they see the profit, the benefit that you are producing.
Okay, so point. Women need to communicate more, compare notes, find what are the professionals being paid generally in their position so that they can ask for that. The other thing you talked about, if companies want to make profit in Europe, what has been your experience? Companies that are not employing women.
Companies have really changed, and what they realize that it doesn't matter what's your skin color, what's your gender. The question is, can you produce? Yes or no? Can you provide value? Yes or no to the organization? And if yes, then there is a big flexibility, because it doesn't matter that you deliver this output between 8 to 5. You can deliver it during the night, but the only important thing that you do what is required, plus more.
So that is answering the question of women are going to go and give birth.
There was this misconception that women should be paid less, or they should not be hired because at one point in their life they will go give birth and they will have children and they will miss from the workforce. And this is no longer true, because they can still work from home when they are still having babies. And what many companies have realized, that actually they are much better workforce than men, because they are more responsible. They have something to lose. They will never ever risk feeding their children, so they will value their job much higher level compared to men. And they will do more work delivery between 8 and 5 than generally men, because they have to go, they have to pick up their kids from school, they have to cook dinner for the family, and so on. So actually I had employers who deliberately hired women because he believed that women are a better workforce than men.
Okay, that's amazing that even me, it's actually because somebody gave me advice, employ women who have children to look after, because they are more committed and they are more loyal. So what is your parting shot for Kenyan women? What should we do to close this gender pay gap? What should Kenyan women do?
I think first of all, transparency is very, very important.
Transparency.
Yes.
Transparent.
So,
what does that mean?
In terms of pays, there needs to be transparency. So you need to be aware for a certain profession what is the general pay that is being paid
in the company and in the industry.
In the industry, because if you provide value, then the company will be ready to pay you more. If, for example, you are changing jobs, and if they want you bad enough. So actually the price tag can be driven up if everybody is asking for the same amount of money.
This girl has done so very well. I'm so proud of her. And so what are your negotiation strategies? Like, you're just getting into a new international position, reporting to the vice president, an international bank, global, working at a global level. What are your negotiation strategies?
First of all, I think very important, you have to have very unique skills that is valued by organizations, and they can see that they need it. And the second thing, ask higher than the average pay is, because there is still some room to negotiate with the employer if they want enough, bad enough you, and then you will still reach at a level that you will be satisfied with. So my primary advice is value yourself and put a price tag accordingly.
Okay. Do you remember some Swahili words? Say hello to Kenyans in Swahili. Do you remember some Swahili words?
Sometimes I do.
Okay. Say hello to Kenyans.
Oh, no, I something that came to my mind is habari. That you normally say to tourists. Maybe now I can qualify as one, because I have been there a long time ago.
Okay. You were in Moi University?
Yes, I was.
Oh, what were you studying?
My field of study was totally different than what I'm doing now, because I'm from a scientific background. I was studying wildlife management, but at the moment I'm dealing with security.
Wow, amazing. You know, they say in an average woman or an average professional is gonna change careers almost 12 times in their lifetime. Yeah?
Yes.
But now it's even more difficult because the game is changing all the time.
The world is very competitive. You have to be very competitive. You have to be dynamic, ready to change, and you need to find the profession that you are instinctively good at. Because then you will be at the head of the game no matter what. You will know just instinctively what is the right move to do, what is the right thing to say. And normally that takes some time. So be ready always to change professions, change your studies. It doesn't matter what you study. It's normal, I think, to study further and try out some new fields in your life. And as you grow old, you learn more about the world, you know more about corporates, how they work, what they do exactly, and you will find your way much easier, I believe.
Like I became so much more diverse. I became a winemaker, and you guys, I hope you're buying my wine. Eh? We have to create more jobs. The red, white, the rosé. Lisa told me she's already spoken about the wine. Thank you. It's been real. Ciao. Bye.
Bye.